Hi guys, this is Analysis. I'm Nick, and for this video I'm just talking about the Resident Evil 2 remake. Resident Evil 2 remake came out like almost 4 years now, I can't believe. So Resident Evil 2 remake, third person survival horror, immersive, highly immersive, super immersive, very detailed, requires lots of strategy, technique. And yeah, so like, share, subscribe, share the video all over, guys, and this is going to have gameplay in it. So there's going to be this and gameplay as well. So keep in mind, Resident Evil 2 remake, it's a remake of the original 1998 Resident Evil 2, which I never played, but I saw gameplay of. So Resident Evil 2, what I really love about it is the overall immersion. Every area, so it's like a zombie outbreak. You go into this police station. I'm pretty sure if you guys are familiar with this, right? It's been on for 4 years now, but yeah, you go into the police department in a zombie outbreak, and you have to really. Some areas are going to be more, you're going to go into these dark hallways. Other areas are going to be more lit up. And, mostly what it is that you're trying to find the quest items. You're trying to do certain puzzles to find quest items. And backtracking to certain areas. Unlocking certain areas later on with certain quests or certain equipment. So, yeah, taking out zombies, saving bullets, saving healing items, finding special items, and so on. So playing the game, you're in like this, it's just a scary night. Like we're in this dark, police department, and you have these zombie police coming after you. You have people, it's very, it can get a scary, like if you're not used to the horror genre. But keep in mind, for the most part, zombies you're fighting, they are mutated creatures. There are plant-based zombies. There are this tall guy in the trench coat that follows you around, Mr. X. I'm not sure why he's called that. It's just something what the community calls him. But yeah. But what I really love about the game is the overall immersion and replayability. So you have two different game modes, or runs or whatever. The first run and the second run. So they differ. Both runs differ. So in one run, I play as Leon, the other run is Claire. Now, I believe you can play as both in each run. It's just that the game is structured a little bit differently, but for the most part, it's the same. It's kind of the same. The story is the same for the most part. And, the biggest change is the fact that your weapon choices do change in between the runs. So, yeah. So replayability, going back a little bit to replayability, is the fact that like whenever I replay this game, I always felt that I always feel it sense that this is something new. Like I'm playing it for the first time. I knew in that understanding where this game has there's a lot of backtracking. So backtracking to sometimes you cannot go through like an area straight away. For example, there's a part where you need a wrench to break a train in order to get into like a certain area. But to get that wrench, you have to, there's a certain pathway that you have to unlock. So yeah, there's certain pathways within this police station that you have to unlock in order to get those quest items. And, the whole idea is that you're trying to unlock, there's these three statue puzzles that you have to finish in order to get past the first area. And every time I play it, I learn something new. I always, sometimes I get lost. Where do I go next? Where do I go not next? Is this right? Did I leave something behind? And yeah, so but the game actually helps you out with that. But it's really about understanding where you have to go, what's the main objective, and understand what the game is giving you. And this game does give you like a few hints. For example, like when you go to the map and there'll be like this red. The map will show up as red, meaning that you have left something behind, whether it be a healing item, ammo, a quest item, so on. So a little bit on inventory. Inventory is very important in this game, especially if you play on hardcore. Hardcore, I had a tough time playing on hardcore. But hardcore is that's the hardest difficulty. But even on standard, which is the medium difficulty, inventory is very important. Inventory, you get healing items, quest items, ammo, gunpowder, special items. So you have to really save up ammo and especially healing items, because once you get to, you know, a certain boss fight, so this game will have certain boss fights where there's not many, but you know, there's probably like 3 or 4 like in each playthrough. You need ammo in order to get through this boss fight, or healing items. I played on hardcore. I ran out of healing items, so I had to. I need to save constantly. I had to go back to our previous load, and then I had to make sure that, okay, I save up enough healing items, because the healing items is very important. It's very, very, very important. And bullets. No, bullets, more than bullets. Well, healing items, first of all. Healing items, you have if you guys know Resident Evil, well, for this one, you have 3 different healing items. You have green herbs, red herbs, blue herbs. So, you know, green herbs, they're your basic type of heal. Combining green with red gives you a full heal. And then blue herbs by itself, they cure you like of certain poisons. They're basically, you know, a poison proof or whatever, if that's a word. Oh. And then the red herb, you know, it's meant to be like some sort of an additive effect, so like a bonus. So if you put green or no, a red herb with a blue herb, it's gonna give you extra armor. Same thing. So yeah, you know, the game gives you lots of these blue herbs on the second playthrough, on the second run. I'm not sure why, but the blue herbs, they're kind of useless on its own unless you are poisoned. But the green herbs they're the most useful in that you can always get like a heal out of them. And the red herbs by themselves, you can't use them at all. You have to combine them, right? In order. And you have the basic first aid spray. That gives you a full heal. So I save up as many of these herbs and sprays as I can. Ammo, right? So you have pistol bullets, shotgun bullets, magnum bullets. You have you know, alternative pistol bullets, so on. So yeah, you have these different bullets. Gunpowders. You have different gunpowders. Gunpowders, you combine various gunpowders to produce certain types of bullets, or grenade launcher bullets, ammo or whatever. And yeah, you also have you know, a flamethrower. So yeah, lots of different bullets, and you have to really save these bullets, especially magnum ammo. Magnum is probably the most powerful bullet like in the game. There's no sniper rifle, no, but yeah. So you have shotguns, handguns, submachine gun. You have a flamethrower, a shock-based weapon, and so on. A grenade launcher, so on. So, you know, inventory is very important. Like I said, inventory is very important. But then there's something like, okay, the game will help you and say certain items are no longer needed. So there'll be like a red check mark beside the item in the inventory, meaning that you don't need it anymore. You already this item is no longer needed. There's another thing too with, you know, you can always delete or discard certain items like at any time, or you can put them in this extra storage box or whatever. So saving and difficulty. So saving is very important. You have to save as much as you can, especially on hard difficulty. So the hard difficulty, the save, that is a checkpoint. So you have to save as much as you can. But the saving, it is limited on hardcore, because yeah, you get like kind of like these bands or whatever, or you know, kind of like this circular thing. I can't remember what it's called, but you need these in order to save. If you don't have this, you can't save. And on hardcore difficulty, you are gonna die a lot. You are gonna die a lot if you're not careful. You know, so you know, you have to save as much as you know, as much as you can. But like on the normal difficulty, it's mostly saving, so you exit the game, come back into the game, right, at that save point. But on normal difficulty, there's a lot more checkpoints. So yeah. So going into, you know, a little bit more about you know, hardcore difficulty. And hardcore difficulty, that's where you experience you know, the game the best, because you have to really think. You have to really use your head and, you know, use a strategy. Save. You have to save as much as possible. Save as much items as possible. And so basically, one bite from a zombie basically injures you fully, and then a second bite kills you on hardcore. On normal, you can survive up to 4 bites or 3 bites. So yeah. So you have to really time this, and you know, your health goes from, if you guys know, caution. So you know, you'll have caution, a regular health, and then you'll have danger. So danger is like you're near death basically. So yeah, so you have to really time this. You gotta really time this. And you know, like with the PlayStation a controller, so the PlayStation a controller actually matches this. So like it actually matches. So like when you're in danger, this will go red and so on. Or like when you're at full health, this will be green. So yeah. So a little bit on mechanics. This game, you are moving slow. There's no run. You kind of walk fast, but there's no run mechanic. So you're kind of just, it is best to just time, you know, like your movement. But yeah, there is no running. Your character moves very heavy. So your character feels very heavy. You are not moving, you know, fast, you know. So yeah, and this can get very problematic, especially like when you're doing certain boss fights. So at certain boss fights, you'll be stuck in this tight type of, you know, area, and then you're gonna get hit a lot because again, you're not timing your movement properly or whatever. So yeah, the mechanics is just all about timing your movement and your fast walk, since there's no run. And like I died a lot of times like in the game where, you know, like you're trapped in a corner, then the boss slices and you know like you're dead, you know. So yeah, you have to really time it. And a little bit more on movement too, the aim. So you can't move and aim. You cannot. You gotta stand, and you can only stand and aim like at the same time. So you gotta really time your distance, right? And a little bit more on you know, for example, Mr. X, the guy who chases you. I'm pretty sure, you know, you guys know the mods, the memes like online, no. But yeah, Mr. X chases you throughout the first, especially like on the first run. So it's the first and second run, Mr. X will chase you, and yeah, he's kind of like this. They're called tyrants. So tyrant is like this type of you know, mutant, but they're like, it's this guy. He's super tall, right? He's, you know, he looks super tall. He doesn't talk or whatever, but he's trying to kill you or whatever. So you have to run away from his target, our boss. And yeah, so story note, you cannot get rid of this boss early on. You have to wait to a certain point. And the second run, it's kind of easier, right? But yeah, he follows you around, and it's highly immersive. This is highly immersive. You can literally hear his footsteps, like when he's coming after you. And you know, so the footsteps, and he's able, he does track your bullets. So like when you if you, I think you lost him, and like when you shoot, he will find you a lot quicker or whatever. So but you can't stun him. You can't stun this enemy, right? Yeah, you can't stun him, but like he'll just get back up, right? So yeah. So Mr. X. So Resident Evil 2 Remake, just a, you know, like video about it. And leave down below any suggestions. Like, share, subscribe, guys. You know, so there's gonna be more God of War Ragnarok gameplay coming, and this, and as well a Plague Tale Requiem as well, which is a new game. So thanks for watching.